Welcome everybody, this is Categorizes from GameInfusion.com, and today I am here to say goodbye to Trials of Osiris Week 5 Thieves Den. This week was a very interesting week for Trials of Osiris. I say that because of all the stuff that I don't know if it's just me or just the community has ran into. I've ran into a lot of complaints about just, the lag. The lag has really been bad. It's been bad for the last few weeks, but just this week in general, it has been like amazingly bad. I don't know why. Bungie was like, yeah, we do this by, connection based. We try to connect you with everybody else and this and that, which I don't know if that's true. But I mean, like I said, it's it's really bad. I've been running into people, with it all one, like one bar the entire time. I shoot somebody, and all of a sudden they're like running into the wall, and then next thing I know, they're shooting at me and I'm dead. Or where I throw a grenade at somebody, hit them with an axiom bolt, they had barely any health, and then shoot them like 2-3 times with the last word, which usually kills them, and then all of a sudden it's that they're shooting me, and then they run behind a wall and then die. So there is the connection has been a very big issue with this week. Like I said, I'm not really sure if that's just been me or if that's just how it is in general. And the problem I have with Trials so far is they are picking some very bad maps. And when I say like bad maps, I don't know if they're doing this on purpose to try to make you play other maps, but not other maps, but play maps that you've never played before, because don't get me wrong, not a lot of people have played Thieves Den or Cauldron or Pantheon or Widow's Court, unless you're playing the DLC. Then you probably play a lot of these maps, but actually, well, you wouldn't play Cauldron or Pantheon, which they just got into the rotation. But like I said, I guess that's what Bungie's trying to go for. Force you, well, not force you, but have you play other maps that you're not used to, or anything else. Have you try to get used to, which is all cool and everything. But I would like to play a map that I know. I don't want to go into Trials having to guess, and everything else, having to try to do new strategies that I'm used to. Don't know whether to push in one spots or push in other spots. Kind of like that. Pick a map like Rusted Lands or stuff in that nature where we know what is going to happen. We know like where to push and everything else. But then like for these maps, especially this map. This map has been very special, because I guess I say that because I fell off the map plenty of times during this map. This map has been a very what's the right word for it? Very interesting experience, because if you watch my videos before, I'm not much of a blade dancer. I just started blade dancing a few weeks ago. So I'm not really used to the blink, and then if you're not really used to the blink, you can fall off the map a lot. People I've played with Trials with this week have fell off the map plenty of times. I don't know if that's just me or if that's everyone. There is a lot of falling off. With Cauldron last week, there was a lot of falling off in those maps. The map placement, I guess you can say, has been very interesting. It's been, I wouldn't say hectic, but I don't want to use interesting because I keep using it a lot, but it's been a little bit more, I guess you can say, frustrating than playing Rusted Lands, Blind. Well, you can still follow off Blind Watch, but you can probably catch my drift from what I'm trying to get there. And then also, I feel like a lot of people are like these Trials in the last few weeks. A lot of the people that are PvEers, you can kind of find those out because they're starting to leave Trials, I guess. because they might have gotten everything that they already need, or they gave up with Trials of Osiris already, which, you know, is good and bad. It hurts the game itself because, you know, it starts to lose more people for Trials of Osiris. But then again, a lot of people expected that because, you know, Trials is a very, very competitive game mode in which, you know, people that play PvE, that, you know, like love the raid and everything, you know, this isn't really their forte. So, you know, we expected people to leave. You know, it's not good for the game. You kind of wish that everyone would play Trials, because Trials is very difficult. You know, you have those weeks where you struggle. You know, you can be good and have those games where you struggle and then lose a game. And then, you know, if you're trying to help somebody, they don't have mercy. Then you have to go through that struggle again. And then Trials is very time consuming. Like, if you're trying to go 9-0, it takes a lot of time out of the day. You know, sometimes it takes an hour. You know, it could take 45 minutes to an hour to maybe even like an hour and a half if it goes kind of, I guess you can say, poorly. That, you know, you have to fight for a 4 and 5 or anything. Like, if you go, or it goes like the 4 and 4 round, you know, you have to fight for that final 9th round. You know, that's time consuming and everything else into that nature. So a lot of people don't really have time for that. Also, boons or consumables, or I guess you can say passage coins, you know, running out of those. A lot of people are, and then they don't have a chance at getting the you know, the mercy or the boon where you get automatic free win, or I don't remember exactly what the boon is called, or the consumable is called, but where if you win one game and then you get the opportunity of getting an extra win if you do win that first win. So I mean, it's all been, you know, a little hectic, I guess you could say. Like I said, a lot of the, you know, the better players are starting to show in Trials. That's what they're a lot of playing. You know, you still have, you know, those people that have trying out Trials for the first time, or if they're not trying it out for the first time, that they're trying to still get used to Trials, I guess you can say. But Trials is slowly starting to slow down, where you're starting to see people that go, you know, that are like, what I say, about top 10,000 in the world, something around in that nature. You're starting to see a lot of those. And then, you know, Trials is getting to the point where what's the point of playing it, because you've already, you know, have everything, kind of like how I am right now. Like, I almost have every single Trials primary with all of the elements, which is, you know, really sucks. But, you know, we kind of seen how that was going to go. You know, we seen, I guess I can see that coming, just because of, you know, it being a, I guess you can say, kind of easy thing, because, you know, after you get after you visit the lighthouse a few times, so what's this? This could have been the 15th time that you could have visited the lighthouse, and you can only get what? You have the Jewel of Osiris hand cannon, you have the scout rifle, you have the pulse rifle, and you have the auto rifle. So there's only 4 primaries that you can get. And then, you know, because you can't get secondaries or heavies from the chest, so you can only get the primaries, which is only 4 guns. So I mean, honestly, since this is the 5th week, it could have took, you know, you could have got lucky and gotten all the elements from each gun, because it would have only took you 12 out of the 15. So you know, a lot of the stuff. And then the main thing that hurts is that you only get an exotic emblem. I was ready for like the exotic sparrow, exotic shader, you know, something to that nature, and they're only throwing out the exotic or the emblem. So, you know, it's starting to make Trials, you know, kind of useless to play unless you're a competitive player. So I mean, I feel like they need to fix a lot of this. But in this week, it kind of showed a lot of stuff, you know. People, you know, shotgunning, you know, which wasn't the best. Grenades was a big issue, you know. If you hit grenades right, it was a big thing. And then lag, they really need to fix the lag issue. It's not by connection, because I keep running into a bunch of stuff. But I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope to see you next week for Trials of Osiris. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.